Uh, just had a major issue with my computer. I was looking for a certain folder. I made a folder for YouTube stories, and I couldn't find the folder. For some reason, my Outlook took away the subfolder. So I've been screaming at my laptop for the past, I don't know, 20 minutes. I gotta go back to the lighting too because I'm doing videos out of a window, so the sun is just like blaring in. I have the shades open just so like the lighting's good, but it's too damn bright. Okay, so I read this email, and I have to tell you, she wants to stay anonymous, but she is hysterical. And this is a lot of fun to read her email. I'm not a very comedic type, so I'm not very funny. But her writing might actually make me seem pretty funny because her writing's really damn good. And you could tell she has a great sense of humor. So I'm going to jump right into her email. And she says, I'm 33 years old and also a first grade teacher. Today is day 53 clean from opiates. After Ryan reads this story and it inevitably gets picked up by Lifetime to be made into the TV movie of my life, I'd like to be played by either Zoe Deschanel or Stephanie from Full House. Sorry, my story is long. In reflection, I can now connect all the dots that make up the bigger picture of addiction. There are so many variables that cultivate our addiction. It's like trying to count all the stars in the sky. Just when you think you see them all, new ones come into focus. On the flip side, in 53 days, I feel like I have lived so much life that it's equal in weight to the life lived leading up to getting clean. I'll highlight some key moments of my past for others who may be able to relate. So pull down the doors of the DeLorean, kids. Let's travel back in time. Childhood. Great home filled with lots of love and provisions. That said, there was a lot of worry, fear, and overprotection. My mom is an alcoholic, and my dad was often an angry and scary Italian man. Still, my world was pretty cushioned, and I ate great meatballs. Early teens. Super awkward. This is when I started feeling so uncomfortable in my own skin, which has never gone away. I also started obsessive thinking and compulsive behavior. Age 15, I realized I wanted to try every drug under the sun. Age 19, this is the year of inciting incidences. Older sis with mental illness moved into parents where I was living. My boyfriend's father passed away. I start community college and friends go away. All these things helped to create a place I felt super comfortable in. That was the role of the helper-rescuer, perfectionism, all or nothing thinking, living life at a manic and frantic pace, and I am damn good and looking like everything is good. Beginning at this time, I always had some private chaos that helped me think I was in control. Or maybe I was pushing so hard I needed the release, granted myself permission for unhealthy things. I'm sure it's all of the above. I just know that on the outside I appeared a successful being, and I was there for others. Choosing a career and an admirable profession, working constantly, being up for everybody always, and even maintaining a 4.0 GPA throughout college into my master's. But I was so pressed against the wall the whole time. The chaos and release came from an eating disorder, cutting myself, stealing just to steal from stores, workaholic life, codependency with an addict boyfriend, rescuing my parents from pain by being the child that's okay, and also taking any drug I could get. You can probably guess that those are things I left off my resume post-college. Age 29, got a steady pill connection, still able to fool all the great people in my life and definitely fool myself that I'm okay. Tried stopping unsuccessfully on my own, switched to heroin the last several months of addiction. Then something changed. At 33 years old, going to the summer, I knew, even in my addicted brain, that if I went into the following school year using, I would lose my job at the very least. I was barely able to pretend or hold on to things anymore. I had started therapy earlier in the year. It took me months to start being honest with myself that I was actually not okay, that I actually had a problem, and hardest of all, that I actually needed to ask others for help. Once a week therapy and yoga class every few days weren't going to save me. I needed help every day. Saying out loud made it real. It was painful to face the guilt, shame, and lies that were my life. But once I started this honesty, thing, it was beautiful, terrifying, and freeing. It holds you accountable and opens doors in your life. I have had the gift of summer vacation to get clean at my home. 99% of me thought I couldn't do it and was terrified to face life after. But I heard someone say, all you need is a little bit of willingness to get in the door and then it grows. It's so true for me. The willingness has grown exponentially. I face my recovery in some way every day, whether it's going to meetings, following Ryan's videos and suggestions, calling someone, writing, reading, speaking about it to friends and family, or attending therapy. I started revealing my secret to those closest to me. I didn't know I was going to tell my parents until in my heart something told me I should. Not telling them my struggles was too similar to what I was doing in active use. I'm trying to do the opposite these days. Then I started doing things to boost my mental state that aren't as directly related to recovery. Those are the joyful points of life that are different for everybody, but you better create room for them. Mine include dog walks, allowing lazy days, exercise, naps, ice cream breaks, nighttime bike rides, dance-offs, friend time, family chats, video games, cooking, being in nature, learning about new things, thinking about my students and how I can help them, and also saying thank you every day at some point for the life I have, even on the days where I don't feel that way. Did I start doing all these things at once? No. Did I feel like doing any of them in the beginning? No. I didn't even want to think about them because I truly believed in life was boring and empty without being high. Joyful things were triggers, but ones that wouldn't hurt me if I did them. I started telling myself anything that I'm uncomfortable with that's not going to hurt me or others, I should probably fucking do. Because in the beginning, everything is a trigger. As we know, the chemicals activated from opiates are ones that are released for survival purposes. With constant use, you are tricking your brain into believing every second is painful. Removing that, it's no wonder we think we can't get through a day, but you can. Allow the impulses and shitty days to be there without trying to push you away. If someone tells you not to think about bananas, then you picture bananas. Similarly, I try not to struggle with the impulses. I allow room for them, try to step outside it, notice it happening, and then redirect myself in some way. There's a million ways to redirect. Find a few that you like. Also, you know what's awesome about withdrawal? Having no sleep and no energy made me not give a flying squirrel fuck about what used to be important to me. So all my bullshit standards of to-do lists, busyness, and what and what I thought constituted a good day went out the window. That cleared the board for new thinking. For the first time in my adult life. Sorry, that's just funny. All right. I could live day to day and not be immersed in an anxiety-wrapped future. This has been the biggest gift of all. I struggle still, obviously, but now instead of pretending I'm good to make sure I'm there for others, I try to practice what I call no shitsu. If your words or actions are going to stand in the way of my health and happiness, then I want no shit from you. Activate boundary powers. I've heard another recovering addict say, quote, "We are fortunate in that we get to live two lives," end quote. That sums up my experience pretty well. I feel like I'm waking up from a long sleep. I feel like I am 12 years old again, for better or worse. I feel light in my steps and like I have a solid foundation to dance on. And sometimes I just feel like poop. Haha, I just made Ryan say poop. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my long tale. Now that you've heard Acts 1 through 3 of my story, maybe you can help in the comments section brainstorm a title for Lifetime. I was thinking The Basketball Diaries. That's not taken, right? Thank you, Ryan, so much. You're a bigger hero and better than the X-Men. Take care. I told you she was funny. And I'm sorry I started cracking up because when she said squirrel fuck, that just made me laugh because that's funny. Yeah, the email is outstanding. I mean, it's funny, but she lists so many good points in it. And I think being able to be humorous about the whole situation and being able to get your point across while being funny at the same time will catch people's attention. And I think that way of pushing out your what worked for you is it's outstanding because some people absorb different things. Some people like comedy. Some people think it just they're more prone to it, so they will listen and enjoy it more if it's funny. So big ups to you for that email because it's hysterical. And the points that you made in there are on point. I mean, they're so good that I really like to list them all. But a lot of it sounds like it was given to you either through reading or people who know what they're talking about. It rubbed off from them. So outstanding points, awesome email, made me laugh for the second time. I really appreciate the humor. Some days we all need some humor. All right, so if you want to share your story, you can email me at ryan@comsport.com in the subject line for YouTube story, my story. Let me know if you want to use your first or last name or stay anonymous. Continue watching, leave some love for Anonymous, and I will check you guys out tomorrow. Have a good one.